Good morning, guys and gals, and welcome back to another edition of Mixed Veggie Patch. I've been so busy over the weekend I didn't get a chance to put a video out at the weekend, so I'm off this week because I'm having my vaccination jab, which I'm really excited about having. So I've booked a few days off from work. So I've come down to the plots today, obviously to do some bits and pieces, and also to do my video. And lo and behold, it's pissing down rain. I came down here also because my mate came down early before he goes to work. I have a coffee with him because he's a gardener, so he goes off to do a few jobs. So I'm in my greenhouse now, and hopefully if this rain stops, I'll be getting a few things done out on the plot. There's lots of things to show you. Also over the weekend I planted out some turnips and some autumn calabrese. I was going to do a video on that, but obviously my phone was running low on charge, so the only thing I could do on that one was to actually get it all done, and then I can show you what the finished product article looks like. But yeah, there's lots to be getting on with, so hopefully I can do a really good video. But I will come back to you guys in a bit. Right, I'm in the greenhouse, and I've been having a change around this morning because I felt it was getting a fairly bit congested. So what I've done is I've moved the table, which was there, over to there, and I've moved the chair here. I've had a little bit of a tidy around because obviously at the moment I've got loads of stuff that I've got to re-put up that a friend of mine has given me, called Dave. Some more chili plants, and he gave me a couple of Carolina Reapers he's been growing for me. So I've got the two that I've been growing and the two that he's grown for me. So yeah, in the greenhouse it's all about having a tidy up. A few things that have got to be potted on now because they're getting too big for the cell trays they're in, and I will see how they develop. But at the moment I'm really happy with in here. It's just a few other bits that I've had to clear out of that I felt I didn't need anymore. So I've been trying to tidy up the shelving and other various bits and pieces. So yeah, we're looking really good in here. I'm gonna have a coffee in a minute and then carry on, do a little bit more, show you around the rest of the plot and what's coming up, what's happening, and yeah, hopefully enjoy my day. So I shall come back to you guys in a bit once I've had a coffee and show you a bit more. Okay, welcome back. I'm by my raised bed where I planted the broad beans this year, and what I've decided to do is I'm going to pot my golden arc cabbages out here. So using my new special tool, I've done 5 holes because I've got 5 cabbages at the moment. I will be doing some more, but I'm going to put them in here, and then I'm going to put these collars that I've made up around them to protect them. It's a sort of rubbery kind of it's a rubbery texture. You can get it from any DIY store, and you can use it to put chopping boards on and it holds things down really firm. It's got a squared texture, so little holes for it, which will make it perfect for when I water. So yeah, I'm going to put them down. I'm going to put 5 in here for now, and then if I get any more, I will put some more in here. So basically, it's just a question of taking the pot, slowly easing out the cabbage that's in the soil, and as you can see, it's got a really good root system in there. Oops, we're falling down. I'll just readjust, guys. Okay, hopefully that will stay where it is, but yeah, so it's got a good root system on. I'm just going to push it into the ground. Soil is nice and moist. And then basically I'll attach one of these collars to it, just at the very bottom where you normally get caterpillars and other insects that you don't really want harming your plants at an early stage. But yeah, as you can see, guys, that's the first one in. I've got 5 left to do, so once I've done them, I'll come back to you and I'll show you the end result. Okay guys, there we have it. I've planted them into the ground. One of the pots had a double cabbage in, so I've split them. So I've now got 6 cabbages in the ground here. I've put the collars around them. I've put the label there. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to tube just this one section, and I'm going to net it. So I'm going to go and get my tubing. I'm going to get my electric saw. I'm going to cut it to the right size, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute, guys. Right guys, I've done the tubing now for my little tunnel, and I've cut my bamboo canes to size. That will go inside the tubing, and then basically what I'll do is I will put the netting over it, and that will stop obviously what I don't want getting in there. I will come back to you guys and show you the finished article in a minute. Right guys, there we have it. One half of a raised bed that's had piping put over either side and a bamboo cane over the top, and then I've put the netting over, and I've held it down with pegs, special metal pegs, and I've strapped some of the netting to the pole here. But yeah, hopefully guys, that will stop any unwanted pests from getting in there, like caterpillars, slugs and snails, and hopefully that's sorted, guys. So there we go, it's all netted over, job done. Right guys and girls, I've brought you into the polytunnel because I want to show you how it's progressing in here. So as you know, my raised bed here that I built a few months back, I've planted the French breakfast radish in here. They are doing fantastically well, and what I've done, I'll just move around here, I've pulled a couple up just to show you how amazing they're doing. Really happy with them. Got a few more that we can pull out. I've also got the spring onions that my mate Dave gave me the other day. They're also progressing. Hopefully I will get some spring onions from them this year. I got a few spring onions last year from some spring onions that I sowed myself and planted. So hopefully, yeah, I'll get some spring onions. My little gem lettuce is ready to pick, looking really well, mainly for the missus, so she's going to have lots of lettuce. I've also got my celery coming on. I'm really happy with that. So I've never grown celery, so hopefully this year I will get some celery, but that is doing nice. I've planted some more cucumbers out, so I've got 2 cucumber plants either side. I've covered them in cloche because the first couple that I planted out about a month ago now, I lost them because we had a heavy frost and I was stupid enough not to realise and cover them up. So hopefully these ones will do better. I've also got my lettuce red salad. They're looking really good as well. And I've also got the lettuce Tom Thumb. We've also planted out a couple of melons. I'm not sure how they're going to do. My wife's mum gave them to us, so we'll have to see how they go there. I've also got my chili plants in here as well. They're hopefully going to survive, progress. We'll just have to see how they go. I've got courgettes, all green variety coming up. Haven't seen any winter squash coming up yet, or any dwarf French bean. I've got some more broad beans underneath there coming up as well. I've got some bright lights charred, so I'll be able to prick them out and hopefully put them on or put them directly straight into the ground. Haven't got any giant pumpkins coming up yet, and no climbing beans, but I've got some runner beans. These might be the climbing beans, and I've got some runner beans on the way as well. So really happy with what's coming on here in the polytunnel. I've also got the 2 fruit trees for my wife that I purchased. One is a blueberry, one is a raspberry. As soon as the frosts have abated, which will be the end of May, they will go out into the fruit cage. So it's all looking good in here, and I'll walk you around and show you the rest of the plot. Okay guys, I'm going to give you a guided tour of the plot now. As you can see, everything is progressing here. The strawberries have started to get flowers on them on both sides. I also planted some herbs into a couple of pots last week, so they're doing really nice. So we'll have extra herbs apart from the ones we've got around the corner or around by the side of the greenhouse. I've also noticed in the first 2 raised beds that I planted this year, potatoes are starting to come up. So these are the rocket variety of potatoes. So I'm really pleased with that, because at one point I didn't think anything was coming up. They've also started to materialize in here. I believe that's because the weather is changing, so it's starting to get warmer now. My electric onions are doing superbly well. Hopefully we'll get a lot of electric onions, but yeah, they're doing well. Lots of potatoes starting to come up in here, and also potatoes starting to come up in the pots that I've planted as well. As you can see, my garlic, that's the second lot of elephant garlic. That's doing really well, extremely well. And the first lot I planted that I covered with the mulch, but also doing well. And the herb that I've got in that raised bed as well, springing back to life. So these few raised beds here, I've got the potatoes in and they're doing extremely well. I'm really pleased, so I should have lots of potatoes coming up this year. Also my pak choy that I've planted out, it's doing okay, but it's started to munch at the leaves, so I've had to get in there and have a look and see what's happening. Haven't found anything yet, so I might have to make sure that the netting is tighter around this raised bed. In here I've got the 3 different varieties of cauliflower and also the kale. They're doing okay in here, so hopefully I should have some cauliflowers this year and some a variety of kale. Also in this raised bed here we've got the 3 Brussels sprout plants that my mate Dave gave me. They're coming along. I'm not sure about the 2 cauliflowers he gave me because I didn't get the netting over in time and pigeons had them. So I'll give them a little while longer just to see how they do. I mean, the stems are looking healthy, but we'll see how it goes. Haven't got anything in the other raised beds just as of yet, but the peas and the sugar snap peas, they're still doing okay. Also my Kelsa onions, they're doing fabulously. These are the ones my mate gave to me as a gift. So as you can see, they're doing really well. Hopefully some nice big juicy onions out of those, because they do produce huge onions from what I've been told. The gooseberry bush, sorry about that guys, the gooseberry bush flourishing back to life. I've got to take out stinging nettles at the end there, but yeah, things are starting to materialise, spring back to life. Also what I want to do guys is show you the new addition to the plot, and I've got another scarecrow, so I've got 3 scarecrows now. They'll have to be weeded a little bit because everything is literally, I haven't had chance to trim these edges, but you can still see my sign just about. So over the next few days I'll have to come back down here and do some weeding, which I haven't done yet. Flowers are still flourishing. As you can see, the broad beans are looking amazing at the moment. There's the little tunnel that I've done earlier on with the cabbages in, so hopefully they will stay protected. I'm really happy about that. Just really pleased with that one. And also, as you can see, I've got the autumn broccoli calabres in there, and also the turnips. So and also what I'll do here is I've got the onion sets. They're still looking okay. There's a few that haven't materialised. I'm not too worried about that because hopefully the rest will carry on. I've got more onion sets in the greenhouse if I need to put any more out. So yeah, we're looking good around the plot at the moment guys. This is going to be possibly the raised bed where I put my giant cabbage for our giant cabbage competition, and probably around the side here where I stick my giant sunflowers if they do spring to life. But it's all looking good guys on the plot. I'm really happy with it. I'll just show you my other herb bed as you can see, rosemary are flowering, which I'm really happy about. And we've got something coming up in here which we're not sure about. We think it might just be weeds, but if not, I'm gonna weed it and we'll see how we go. And then I need to get around the back of my plot because this has literally overgrown with dandelions. So I'm just worried about all the dandelion seeds blowing everywhere. So, but on the whole, guys, it's all looking good. I'll just quickly show you the rhubarb. Still looking okay under there. I'll probably take the lid off soon, just to let some sunlight get to it. But yeah, it's all looking good, guys. Okay guys, I'm going to go home now. So that's it for this edition of Nick's Veggie Patch. I'm still learning new things with recording, so if it sounds a bit funny, then I'm still learning. I'm still trying to learn new techniques. But yeah, as I say, I will be back this weekend coming for another edition of Nick's Veggie Patch. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, guys. I know we're only on Tuesday. I will be having my jab tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. But for now, guys, stay safe, protect the NHS like I always say, and I'll see you over the weekend for another episode of Nick's Veggie Patch. This is a massive shout out to all my YouTube friends. Thanks for watching and subscribing. To see more from Nick's Veggie Patch, hit the thumb button at the bottom of the page to save video to favourites, and hit the button in the bottom right hand corner to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.